Hi, I'm Nathan Walker. I go by Walker in-game. I am a final year esports student at Staffs, and I am known as an event lead and a play-by-play and host in titles such as Valorant and Overwatch. So originally when I was looking at my options during my A-levels, I was focusing mainly on business area of stuff. I looked at a lot of traditional business degrees, business marketing degrees. And although I find that subject rather simple and easy to understand, it's one of my strong sort of suits, I didn't really have that initial passion. And then when I found out about the esports course at Staffs, you know, I came here for an open day with my parents, met people like Harvey and Luke on those, and also had the opportunity to speak to Phil when he was a student, and that kind of really sold it to me. You know, I saw the passion from students, my parents saw it as well, and they were very much on board with what we wanted to do. So yeah, I think it just came down to the passion I have for esports and the passion I could see in others who was going to be joining me on the course. I mean, for me, I think it would probably be one of the Pokemon titles. As much as I love competitive FPSs and stuff like that, Pokemon is something that I always go back to when I'm in a very sort of stress-related scenario, or when I just need to relax and relieve myself. So things like Pokemon speedrunning and Pokemon Nuzlocke and stuff like that. You know, I get a lot more enjoyment out of completing those just because I feel like there's a higher level of, I guess, mental thinking and mental knowledge needed to succeed in them. So yeah, probably Pokemon Platinum, Pokemon Ultra Sun or Ultra Moon, they're the sort of games that are the most difficult, so an iteration of those in a Nuzlocke would be quite fun. For me, it's casting. I mean, I love working in front of the camera. It's what I do as a freelance thing, and whenever I'm able to. It's really taken that idea of when you come to uni, you know, they sell it as an esports course, and so many people come with the idea that it's about playing games and stuff like that. And we all knew it wasn't, but it kind of reaffirmed it to me when I started doing On Air Talent as a module, and also just getting involved and working in it, having opportunities to work with some big names within esports scenes and big companies as well. It really, I found a lot more value in the work I was doing as a caster than I do as a player. I think for me, my fondest memory probably comes from, you know, working the Campus Clash event. Not only did I host and play-by-play a lot of the things in that, I did a lot of hosting and play-by-play for Val, but it was also an event I led, which it always will hold a fond place in my heart, purely because that is the first event that I properly led as an event lead. And then, you know, casting and hosting was a side thing that I got to hone my skills and opened me opportunities of saying, look, I've worked on a LAN event, I've worked in an in-person broadcast. So there was a lot of selling point to it for that reason. I think it's people's time management and just being timely with the way you do things. I mean, I've worked on productions before where they've literally 30 minutes before call time, they've finally released what talent they want to work on it. And that can really throw off schedules and stuff like that, where you become then double booked, or you've made prior plans that you weren't aware that you needed to change because you were under the impression that you weren't going to be working because there was no prior contact. So yeah, I think for me in a production standpoint, it's just being timely with when you want people working certain days or what you want people to do on those certain days. Just get yourself thrown in at the deep end, you know. I started by working on a community tournament for a friend in Overwatch. These smaller niche tournaments are your best way in, because it's great to have someone who has an inside knowledge of the organization that it's being ran by, but you know, having fresh perspective and the idea and the opportunity to get involved is always something they're looking for. I mean, I did it with mine. After I did that first one, the same organization did a second one, and I got loads of different people that I know from inside uni, outside uni, just general Overwatch esports as a whole, gave them the opportunity, and then they've begun flourishing. So no matter what, talent who are already involved in these events are always looking to give opportunities to new talent and let them progress. So yeah, just get involved, reach out to people, and always ask for feedback. That was one of my big things I did at the start. I messaged Slideshow, one of the Overwatch League casters, and I was like, hey dude, this is gonna sound really weird. It's probably not what you was expecting a request to like review footage of, but would you be able to review my footage of a casting gig I did? Got on a call with him, did about an hour of casting review with him, gave me some really critical feedback. So although it may seem daunting to reach out to these higher up people and those professionals, most of them, if they've got the time, are willing to give it to you. So throw yourself in the deep end and always ask for feedback.